Eve, he's at it again. Her screams were a lot different than whoever he was with 2 weekends ago. But the pleasure was all the same, according to the way his headboard continuously knocked into my wall. The fact that our apartments were designed to mirror each other, nothing but a curse, since whenever he fucked, we fucked. It was honestly a shame that whoever made our building hadn't considered thicker walls. Then again, it was almost a stretch that we even had walls at all, now with the various changes that had come, thanks to a switch in ownership. Small trash fee to mandatory paid valet trash. Laundry had gone up 2 quarters each machine. Even the complimentary Wi-Fi in the business center had been turned into some pay-per-hour bullshit. They better not touch my rent payment, I know that, I thought, just as this week's girl screamed, at the top of her lungs, repeating it with every plunge, as if she was a sea lion clapping her flippers. But since I knew better than to believe they were over there watching Animal Planet, I only rolled my eyes as I prepared to slip my headphones on until I heard the grunts that were all too familiar. Arthur's orgasm grunts. With a name like Arthur, you'd think he'd get no pussy. But Arthur didn't look like an author. More like the AJ most people called him since he was his father's junior. And I could assume this girl thought she was special for doing a play on his name by calling him Art. Maybe I should go over there and tell her about the last girl who screamed, "Third, third," like Amigo's ad-lib. Just the thought made me laugh. Then made me mad that I'd had to listen to this shit in the first place. But now that he was finally done with Lil Flipper, everything seemed especially quiet. Suspiciously quiet. In fact, my horror movie senses started tingling as I did a slow crawl out of the bed, grabbing the bat I kept under it before tiptoeing my way to the living room, and with a quick peek through the peephole to see who was preparing to raise his fist to my door. I released a heavy sigh before snatching it open. Instead of looking at my face, he glanced straight down to my hand. "A bet? Really? They used to call you Crazy Joe, but now they call you Batman, huh?" His reference to one of my favorite movies, Lean on Me, would have been cute if I was into him, but I couldn't be into him because, well, he was a bona fide hoe, a fine-ass fuckboy. Rich butterscotch skin, a frame made of that especially thick muscle that only men from the country south had. A lush beard I knew he took good care of, thanks to the box of Scotch Porter products that had accidentally gotten delivered to my door a few weeks ago, and a fresh fade with the signature fuckboy curved part that unfortunately only added to his appeal. What a waste of fun, huh? I mean, if he wasn't on that bullshit, he'd be the type of guy I'd happily cook a full breakfast spread for every day of the week. The kind of spread they made in the movies, even when the man only snagged a single strip of bacon and a sip of coffee on his way out the door. But since this wasn't the movies and the man at the door was far from deserving of that kind of treatment, regardless of how fine he was, I sat my bat down to get to the real point of his visit. "What do you want, Arthur?"